Welcome back again. It's B Jizzle the Barber, and I'm gonna bring you a hair unit. Today I'm gonna be using these Babyliss gunmetal with the number 1. Let's get started. I'm gonna comb out the hair along the sides and top of the head. We're gonna bring the hair down as even as possible. You want the hair to be about the length that the unit is gonna be on top. So right now I'm using the number 1, 1.5, with the lever completely open with the 1 on the clippers. That gives me my 1.5 length. As you can see, he has a good grade of hair, very wavy. Notice the back, how bald it is. Most times clients don't mind if you shave the spots on the head that's already low, but in this case, in other cases of clients that I have, they would rather not shave those bald spots, and you don't have to shave them. So don't get caught up in what you see a lot of videos show you throughout the course of these units online when you are watching, trying to learn. I'm gonna give a full detail on how this is done. Now my video is pieced together because the very important part of this video is not so much of the haircut, but just giving you the steps on how to apply and use the glue and custom hair unit. So as you can see, I started adding the glue. I've actually already added the no sweat glue. So this is the second coat of glue, which is Ghost Bond. It's called Ghost Bond. I'm gonna apply a generous layer to the spots that are bald. What I like to use to spread the glue is the same type of spatula that you would use to do a color retouch. So if you have one of those with a small bowl, you don't really need the bowl. You can actually use it right out of the bottle. But as you can see, this is just a brush, a small brush that I use also, just to spread it evenly. I'm gonna bring the glue right before the very edge of the hairline. The key to this is you don't want to bring it all the way to the edge of the hairline, because when you do that, when you lay the hair down across the glued area, what's gonna happen is you're gonna find yourself having to cut into the glue. And once that glue dries, it's very hard to cut into the glue. So leave yourself some room at the very edge to have the synthetic hair or the human hair overlap the glue. That way it'll give you a very sharp edge. Now the key with putting these units on is to use as less enhancements as possible. So with this unit, I'm going to use very little enhancements in order to give you a good finished product. The finished product will look natural. That's the goal. The goal is the more natural, the more believable, the more confident your client will be. Another very important note to take note is when you're using the blow dry, you don't want to use the heat setting. You want to use the cool setting when drying the glue. If you use the heat setting when drying the glue will crinkle up. When the hair is laid on top of the glue, the hair will crinkle up and it won't look natural. It'll look like a balled up piece of paper combined with hair, and that's what you don't want. Your client is going to be very upset with the outcome. You want this glue to dry almost completely. So give yourself a little tacky feel, but not completely dry. When it completely dries, in some areas the glue won't stick. So be careful on how quickly you let the glue dry before you start the process of cutting and laying the hair. So as you can see, I've already laid the majority of the hair, but this is the steps. You take a long string, and what you do is, you cut this bulb off the end. What you do is you're gonna cut the hair into 1/2-inch sections with the edge of the clipper and just shave it and pack it down into the areas where the glue is. The more you shave the hair down and the more you pack, if you are seam spots where you can still see the glue shine through the hair, you just want to continue to shave the hair down in 1/2 inch increments and pack it down on top of the head. Once you do it correctly, it should look something like this. Now I know it may look a little funny, but the finishing touches are going to be outstanding. So right now I'm going to make sure that the hair is packed in place. Make sure that all the glue is bonded to as much of the hair as possible. Now I know you're looking at his wave pattern on the side, and with this hair that I cut on top, it had a slight wave pattern, but the fact that I'm packing it down and I cut it into 1/2 inch increments as I laid it on top of the head, it's going to create a natural wave pattern. Probably not as defined as what you see on the side, but it's still going to look pretty good. Now at this stage, you're going to take that blow dryer and you want to completely dry the rest of the glue. The whole process with blow drying should take about 10, maybe 15 minutes. You just want to make sure you time yourself so you don't put yourself in a situation where you start to shave the hair down and the hair's not, and the glue's not completely dry and patches of hair start to come out as you begin to shave the hair down. As you can see, I've started shaping up the hair. The glue dried well. So what I'm going to do, this is a freehand. I'm going to use a freehand technique to make sure the hair is even and blended in with the sides of the hair. Now, if you're not good at freehanding, then you might want to practice before you try to complete a hair unit, because the freehand technique is the only technique that I'm going to recommend for you to make the hair blend correctly. So sit back, relax, and just watch. The cut is starting to take shape. As you can see, the freehand technique is absolutely the only technique that I recommend that will work in order to blend right. At this stage, I pretty much have the hair blended the way I want it on top, so I'm gonna go ahead on and get the fading done. He wears a normal taper fade on the side, taper fade on the back. Another thing, these gunmetal Babyliss are excellent. I like them for the blend, the whole nine. I love it. If there's something in the video that you missed or I may have not put in the video, feel free to drop a comment, ask any questions. I'll respond to sensible comments. Just want to let y'all know that this guy gets this cut once every 2 weeks. And as you can see, I use no hairline enhancement. I use nothing at all. I didn't use any fiber. This is strictly his hair with the glue and the freehand technique, which gave him that nice, sharp, natural look. And this would not have all been possible without the help of these Andis GTX EXO. They are the best trimmers on the market. If you do not own a pair, then you are not a real barber. That's coming from someone who has been doing it for a long time. I've wasted a lot of money on tools to try tools out, and these by far are my favorite. They're not as quiet as you would think the typical ones are, but they're great. I recommend them. Spend the $200. It's gonna be well worth it. Thank you for watching my video. Push the like button and subscribe for future content. Peace out.